Good evening, I'm Maciej Mikos and you're watching Ukraine Brief. It has been 1,365 days since Russia began its full-scale invasion of Ukraine. And we start with news of widespread destruction in Ukraine after a massive overnight attack. Russia launched more than 470 attack drones and 48 ballistic and cruise missiles on western regions of Ukraine. Russian strikes hit two 9-story residential buildings around 7 a.m. on Wednesday. One of the buildings was set ablaze and the other was completely destroyed from the 3rd to the 9th floor. According to Ukraine's national police, as of 2 p.m. local time, 25 people, including 3 children, have been killed. Another 73 people are reported injured. Rescuers continue working to pull people out from underneath the rubble and save those who may still be alive. The strikes also caused significant damage to the city's heating system, leaving residential buildings and local schools without heating, according to the mayor of Ternopil, Serhiy Nadal. While some managed to escape the apartment building, others anxiously await information about their loved ones who are believed to be trapped under rubble. One resident, whose son remains missing, said that rescue crews were unable to access the location where he had been and that she had not received information on his condition.
My son stayed in the apartment on the 9th floor. I spoke to him before the explosion and that was it. He said, "Mom, everything will be fine, don't worry." After that, I called back and there was no connection anymore, and he didn't pick up the phone, and I don't know what was going on.
In the western Lviv region, Russian strikes have set fire to several civilian warehouses and industrial buildings, including a postal facility of the Ukrainian state-owned mail service, Ukhrpochta. The company reports that nearly 900 parcels have been destroyed. In Kharkiv, Russian drone attacks overnight on residential areas injured 46 people, including 2 children aged 9 and 13. Local apartment blocks and cars were set on fire, with the rescuers rushing to remove people from their apartments and to extinguish the fire.
There were strikes, preliminary, 18 Shaheds on several locations in the city of Kharkiv. Residential buildings and cars were damaged. There were hits near multi-story residential buildings. We currently have 5 locations. These include critical infrastructure in the city of Kharkiv, residential buildings, shops and public transport. 5 locations today.
In the eastern Donetsk region, Russian attacks damaged homes, infrastructure and administrative buildings across several communities, injuring 1 person and killing another. 7 people were injured in Russian attacks across the Dnipropetrovsk region, with strikes hitting several districts. The attacks damaged residential buildings, infrastructure and businesses, sparking multiple fires. Russian forces also attacked the Chernihiv region with a drone overnight, striking a residential building in the town of Semenivka. The resulting fire was quickly extinguished by emergency services and no casualties were reported. And this is the recent footage from Ternopil as rescuers continue working through the night after a deadly Russian missile attack. According to Ukraine Air Force spokesman Yuri Ignat, the missile used in the attack on Ternopil is the Russian-made Kh-101. It has been used in some of the most destructive attacks against Ukraine since the beginning of the full-scale invasion. According to Ukraine's Air Force, Russia launched 40 Kh-101 cruise missiles from the Vologda and Astrakhan regions overnight. The report states that 34 of those missiles were intercepted while the rest reached their targets. Preliminary information indicates that one of the Kh-101 missiles struck a residential building in Ternopil. This type of missile can carry a warhead over a range of up to 400 kilometers and is very difficult to intercept since it is designed to defeat air defense systems by flying at low, terrain-hugging altitudes to avoid radar detection. Russia has frequently upgraded its technology since the beginning of the war. According to Ukrainian defense officials, Russia has added devices to deploy chaff countermeasures, allowing the missiles to bypass Ukrainian air defense systems. This is June when Russia carried out one of the largest attacks targeting Kiev with 175 drones and 14 missiles, when Kh-101 cruise missiles destroyed an entire section of a 9-story building, killing 16 people and injuring more than 130. Ukrainian lawmakers voted today to dismiss Justice Minister Galushchenko and Energy Minister Svitlana Hrynchuk amid allegations linking both officials to a major corruption scheme at the state nuclear giant Energoatom. Ukraine's Justice Minister Galushchenko and Energy Minister Svitlana Hrynchuk have officially been removed from the positions days after both stepped down at President Volodymyr Zelenskyy's request amid a sweeping corruption probe at the state nuclear operator Energoatom. Galushchenko, who previously led the Energy Ministry before becoming Justice Minister in July, is under investigation by the National Anti-Corruption Bureau in what authorities say is the largest graft case of Zelenskyy's presidency. Hrynchuk is also believed to have taken part in the scheme, with prosecutors alleging that she spent 3 nights in Galushchenko's apartment in July and August. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelenskyy met today in Ankara with Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan. The Turkish leader has called for the revival of Russian-Ukrainian peace talks in Istanbul.
In our meetings today, we emphasize the need to continue the Istanbul process, talks between Russia and Ukraine, with a pragmatic and results-oriented approach. We believe it will be beneficial to reactivate the Istanbul process with a more comprehensive approach that addresses the problems that have become acute. We expect all our partners who desire to halt the bloodshed in the region to adopt a constructive approach regarding the Istanbul process.
The war must end. There is no alternative to peace. Russia must understand that there can be no reward for waging war and committing killings. We hope to resume prisoner exchanges by the end of the year and bring back a significant number of our captives. Turkey is helping us greatly with this. I want to personally thank you for that, Mr. President.
And that's all the news from Ukraine for now. Thank you for watching and stay with us for more here on TVP World and TVPWorld.com.